Well, here I am, my first 2 hours in the house, and we're in the kitchen, and Leslie so kindly got stocks in for me, food in for me, half a homemade pie. She's made a lovely casserole for me. Do to have some of that now, and the basics, including a box of red wine, of course. So now I'm going to have my first meal in the house of one of her lovely casseroles. What a way to start. And we have the log burner going. Leslie very kindly got me that going in the front room. The lounge seems very empty, but the log burner is going nicely in here as well. And tonight, the bed has been made up for me up in the mezzanine bedroom. The internet is ready set up here, waiting for my computers to arrive, and the phone is on, and I've phoned home already. So in the mezzanine bedroom we've got all the basics ready, and a little double bed already made up for me, and for the next 2 weeks I shall be living out of a suitcase or two. So there's Freslines in the distance. This should be the little house, the Petit Maison Blanc, the little white house of Philip and Rose. So just an invitation to come for cheese after that lovely meal that Leslie made for me. I've just met a few of the villagers who have been very friendly so far. So is it Rose or Rosie?
Rose.
And Rose is just finishing her curry. And you've been here a year?
Yeah.
And you love it? And you wouldn't leave? So our first shopping trip is just over €300 to get stocked up, but there we go. Only a few bits to get, and I can last for weeks. Beautiful, isn't it? This woodland now, early spring, and then little bluebells just coming out in the woodland flowers. And here it is, my very first day here. I'm actually living here now. So let's see how life goes. You might remember this spot where I painted with the small group of ladies from the watercolour club, the art club locally, when I first visited the spot.
On leur bouge pas, on va donner un petit peu de temps, et puis après, tu peux essayer de suivre un petit peu la ligne, tu vois, pour essayer d'aller voir par là, tu peux lui faire sauter par là tout seul.
Bonjour monsieur. Quel poisson tu pêches ici? Le petit gardon ou...
Ah, là on a pris deux petites ablettes là ici pour les enfants. Là.
Oui, oui.
Des petits gardons, des blousons. Et au moulin là-haut on peut prendre des truites.
Truites aussi, oui.
Oui.
Il y a barbeau ici aussi.
Oui.
Je pense avec la viande, la possibilité, je pêche. pas le Cendre ou le Perche ici?
Si,
La côte.
sur l'autre rivière,
Ah oui, oui, la Grande.
sur la Grande Creuse.
Oui.
Tiens. Tu le mets là? Tu le mets là dedans, dans ton panier bleu, Antoine? Antoine, regarde là.
Il volait. Well, here's my piece of woodland again. Big old oak tree there, but it's covered in ivy, so that needs stripping off. And it's very rough inside the wood. A lot of brambles to be dealt with there. I just found this old table and chairs, very cheap plastic things, covered in lichen and ages of mud. And I'm cleaning them off, and that's so they're not coming up too badly. Just going to give them a swirl down. Cleaned up those chairs a bit. I'll put some bleach on them later, but at least I can use them tonight now and have my dinner outdoors here as the evening comes on. Watching the long-tailed tits there in my silver birch trees, silhouetted against the sunset here in my garden. Beautiful. Oh, well, that's better. That's satisfying. Should sleep better now tonight. Well, hi there. Here I am at my new house, 37 La Renacha, up near Fesselines in the Creuse, not far from the river. This is my third day here. Can't really count the first one. Been very busy ever since I came. You see, I've just mowed the lawns, and I'll show you around the area as we go on. My little fish pond here, need some weed clearing out, but it's all rather fun. It's very beautiful, very pretty. I'm on my own here. And it's taking some time. There's been a lot of stress getting along this path to this stage, selling in England and then having another place here for summers for myself. I do miss France in the past, and my last place at Le Paradou, but you can see those films on this site. So I hope to make another life for the next few years. I don't know how many years, maybe 6, shorter, longer, I just don't know. And enjoy the fishing and the peace and tranquility here and the beautiful countryside, as I say. The flowers just coming out in my garden, and we're going to see the bluebells in the woods and so on. Birds are singing. It's absolutely beautiful. As the time goes on, it'll get hotter, the grass will die back a bit, so I haven't got so much mowing to do. Got a tractor mower and so on now, because I can't do that much on my own. I have somebody come in and hit most of it, but I'm going to have to tidy around and just develop the place little bit by little bit as I can for myself. It's certainly a lovely footprint to work into, And as always, I'd like to share this with you. I hope you'll enjoy it too. If any of you want to come and see me, then I'll be running painting holidays here in the summers, just for 2 or 3 people at a time, just a small amount of groups, so that I can give you all my attention, one-on-one tuition, and take you around the area as well. So if you're interested, make contact with me through my website, or mediums and everything else. But it's going to take me a few weeks yet to get everything set up. It's now the 4th, and on the 12th my stuff arrives, and then I've got a lot of renovation to do here, plus setting up the workshop and studio and the gardens, and getting things habitable and as I want them. So it'll be a few months yet, maybe not even this summer, but I hope maybe halfway through or towards the end of the summer I'll be having visitors and friends stay. In the meantime, I need to wind down a bit. It's going to be quite the I've had a lot of hassle over the past 1.5 to 2 years. I need to get this place done, so I'm still very uptight and tense from these past couple of years. I've also got the new work to do at the moment for Washington Green, and that's going to help provide some income, I think, for this, and I'll be working on most of those works for them over the winter, possibly some here. I may well take this French car back to England with me when I go at the end of this autumn, and bring it back down for spring with my dog. As you've seen on here again, we have Holly being trained, and she'd love it here. Right, I'd better get on. I've just finished mowing these main lawns. Now I've got to try and get the small lawnmower going and just do a few yards of the small front garden and these edges, which I can manage. And then it'll be time for supper, I suspect, and another few glasses of wine. Why not? And I'll show you around as my trips take me. At the moment I'm hitting the French bureaucracy. The car has to be registered, but it can't be registered that easily because the control technique, which is done every 2 years, is 6 months over within the 2 years, so I've got to have it all done again. Very crafty, very sneaky, always trying to make money out of us. Such is the government, wherever you go. But I get all that done and all this hassle out of the way, and then I can perhaps sit back a bit and actually enjoy it. Well, that's another day over with. Here we are at last light. A few bats just flying over as the sun gently sets mistily here at La Renauchard. So here we are early morning, and we're going to go and look at the mist in the valley. Well, I've now tidied around on the bottom of the garden, just cleaned up what was a wood store, and I think could be quite good for storing garden furniture and things under later. It's not as rotten as it looks, in fact. I've actually been inside it, and actually inside the wood's quite good. It'll last a bit longer yet. I was going to reuse the plastic, but I don't think I'll have to. This is my back gate, and as I was clearing I tore a nest and thought, let's just check that isn't new, and in fact it actually is new and actually has eggs in, as you can see, so she'll come back there later, and I'm sure we'll be continuing to hatch those. Hopefully we can film them later when they're babies and the cat doesn't get them. As you see here, I've now moved the fence that was all the way along here and reused it. I've now extended the fence all the way down here. Well, that's that. Managed to get it all done. Just burning itself down for the evening, all afternoon, putting stuff in. And there was just so much rubbish, I'm afraid, she'd left behind. Normally somebody cleans the house out really well and tidies up. She said she was in a bit of a rush at the end, but I must admit there was a huge amount of junk there that I had to spend the whole day on. But at least I managed it in a day. Boxes of books and all sorts of junk, and still a lot of stuff left there that's metal I've got to take yet, like old computers and things. But certainly never had a house where I've had to remove so much afterwards. But anyway, there we are. It's all done, and I can start to actually work on the property itself and the ideas that I've got now, which I've already got some of. I've got an idea where to put the fishing rods and things now, and things are coming into place, into shape, and it's now time for some tea, night time or dinner at night. It's just coming on to 20 past 7, And as I say, it's been an interesting day. Got the car booked in now to have the control technique changed because I couldn't get it registered yet without it being done again, and there's a lot more bureaucracy going on here than there is in most countries, so I've just waded my way through it. There we go then, good night. That's the end of another busy day. All the fire done. Got a trip around the countryside again, visit the garage, and it's ready to settle down for the night again. There's a lovely sight. We've got the swallows here already. If you wanted to buy a fine house, how about this Maison du Maître here in the village? What a beautiful big place. Oh, I just love this Monet sky. Look at this. And of course he painted only a matter of metres from here. He had a house just down in the village of Fresselines and painted this very gorge that I have just half a mile down the lane. So today we're motoring on. We've had the huge bonfire and we've tidied the garden up. I should need to mow again soon. And I'm just working out where workshop stuff's going to go, moving cupboards around, trying to get rid of all the mess and getting prepared for the removals coming in 7 days. So we're getting there gradually, and it's lovely, it's peaceful, it's beautiful. Well, this place that was a complete tip is only half a tip now. Brought these cupboards in, cleaned up the floor, taken all the old mess out, tidied it up a bit, swept around, and that gives us the start of a new workshop and basic layout. What I tend to do here is have the lathe here, tools up there, woodworking and stuff around here, and the mounting and paper and everything else over there. I've now cleared off all that rubbish that was on there and burnt it, and been working into the large garage now. Stuff's over there, my cement mixer, brushwood for starting fires, lawnmower, in the distance there the log cutter, and a rather strange little fish tank type object. I don't know what he was keeping there. But the rest of the place is now clear, just needs brushing up for my stuff coming. Well, we're now at Leslie's for lunch. I'm going to meet a few of her lady friends from the craft group. She invited me over here for sausage and mash. Nice traditional dish, whether it be French sausages or English sausages we've yet to see, but she's got all this acreage here, which is rather lovely, and a wonderful house I haven't yet seen inside. She has excellent taste because she has one of the most wonderful dogs in the world, the same as mine, the only dog worth having, a Labrador. His name is? Sorry? It's not just the French that know their onions, it's English as well then. You grew this in your garden last year. Beautiful. Right, and these are Leslie's homemade sausages. Fantastic. Will's here with me today as well again, so well, all of my stuff was supposed to come in Tuesday. I was supposed to set off this morning. Here I am sitting in an empty house with just the basics of furniture, put some more bits and pieces together in the background. I think I might have got a table there that I put together bits for the TV when it comes. But at least I do have a log fire to keep me warm. It's been quite cold here, there was even a frost in the morning. And we were supposed to have the pickup of the removals this morning, but the van apparently was still being used by somebody else, and the owner of the firm was furious about it. Nothing he could do. We've got to wait until tomorrow evening now for them to pick up again, and then they should be here not on Tuesday but on Wednesday. And that'll be good. All my stuff will be here. I can spread it out and start a life again. Hopefully I'll get the computer going and be back with you guys again and get a film up and show the start of life here and how things are going. Lawnmower I've just discovered is absolutely wrecked. The exhaust fell apart on me. It obviously had been botched up, they knew that, and didn't say anything. And the deck was absolutely rotten. May not have known that, but it needs a total new deck. So I've got to have all that done next. But it's still working at the moment. I just managed to do the lawns today. And that's it really. Just pottering about, tidying up the place. So I had all those bonfires. I've been burning stuff ever since. The bonfire's still going, because I'm still finding rubbish in every single room, from the attic to the barn to the garage, and just about cleaned out everything now. I think I've just about got all the rubbish out now. It's taken several days to do so. I swept up everything as well, but as I say, all of that stuff should have been done before I even arrived. Never mind, here we are now, and I think it's coming together. I'm not quite sure whether I've done the right thing or not yet. It is very beautiful, it is very peaceful, and hopefully we will see, you will share with me, as the life gets better, and it really is going to be spiritually and physically what I need. Let's see. At the moment I'm sitting in this rather hard chair, waiting my rocking chair in a few days' time, and more comfortable furniture.